All right, so this evening you'll need your towels, a yoga block or some books, and a bolster handy. And then we're gonna actually start standing up this evening. So go ahead, if you're just relaxing on your mat in any restorative pose, roll yourself onto one side or the other and draw yourself up to stand. We're going to explore the water element tonight and the Svadhishthana chakra, the sacral chakra, and we're going to start with some qigong twists. So just allowing your body to start to unwind. We're twisting around the central channel. So just allow your arms to start building a momentum of their own. Just swing the arms, and then that's going to help you twist into the body. And as you twist here, you can start to tap on the kidneys a little bit. We're going to work on the water element tonight, and the water element in traditional Chinese medicine connects to the kidneys. The kidneys is where we store all of our birth qi. So just gently, without beating yourself up, tap the kidneys as you swing here. Twisting as much as you can with still keeping the knees forward. We don't want to start to twist into those knees. And just let the arms swing. Allow the head and the crown to rise up. Allow the shoulder blades to start to move down the back. And we're going to start to release the technique, but we're not going to try to stop the body. So right now we're putting a little bit of muscular action in with the arms. And we're going to start to just slow that down. Just start to release the technique, but don't try to stop the body. Just notice what happens as you slow the technique down. And then eventually the arms are just going to swing by the side. And without trying to stop the body, notice how the body continues to move a little bit effortlessly. So tonight as we talk about water, we're going to acknowledge that fact of our lives that we're about 70% water. Just let that water keep moving effortlessly. The body is just letting those waves roll. Eventually, you'll come to find an equilibrium back at the center. Just noticing where your feet touch the earth. The kidney meridian starts in the feet. It's the only meridian in the feet. So we're going to trace the meridians for the water element, starting with the bladder meridian. We're going to do this in a way where we create, it's called ocean spine. So we're going to allow our spine to move like a wave as we come in to trace the meridians. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little easier than it sounds. So starting inside the eyes, we have the beginning of the bladder meridian. So just on the bridge of the nose, and then right up above the eyebrows at that shelf base of the eyebrows. And then up along the top of the crown, down the back of the neck, and just sweeping through the bladder meridian, down the back, down the center of the legs, the calf, and as you come down around the ankles and out the baby toe. And then the kidney meridian is going to come up the inside of the calves, up through the groin, through the center of the ribs, and then ending right around the sternum. So just pause here as you finish tracing the kidney meridian. Press your fingers just into that space right below the clavicles, the sternum, right here in those spaces between the ribs. So we're going to take that a few times. And as you notice, as we move down the bladder meridian, you're just folding down and then rolling up. So we'll do this fluidly, allowing the breath and the body to move in a wave, like the ocean. So bring your fingertips back to the inside of the eyes. So right here, inside the eyes is the first bladder point, and then right at that brow line, inside is the second one. So we're starting there, just giving it very gentle stimulation. In acupressure, it doesn't really require pressure. Another breath in here, and then let your hands sweep along the top of the crown, down the back of the neck, and as you fold forward, sweeping down the backs of the legs, and out the baby toe. Exhale all your breath. As you inhale, draw the hands up the inside of the shins, up through the groin, up the ribs, pausing at the end of the kidney meridian, right in the outside the sternum. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We'll take 2 more like that. So just pause at the beginning of the bladder meridian, inside the eyes, take a full breath in, and then begin moving in that wave, up over the head, down the back, down the legs, out the baby toe. Let the head relax, let the breath fully exhale. On the inhale, draw the hands up the insides of the legs, through the groin, center of chest, pause, take a breath. One more, bring your hands inside the eyes, take a full breath, and then draw the hands up over the top of the head, folding down on the exhale, let all the breath out. Sweeping out the baby toes, and then we're going to bring the hands underneath the feet. So bring your toes into the wrists. And you can press your toes into the wrists and draw the arms up so you're getting a little bit of traction there in the wrists. And you're also stimulating that kidney 1 point on the bottom of the feet. A full breath in and a full breath out, pausing down, letting the body spill like a waterfall over the legs. Another full breath in and a full breath out. And you can bring your hands out from under the feet, and we'll sweep up that kidney meridian one more time, up the insides of the legs, the groin, pausing here just outside the sternum. Get your block handy as you separate your feet. Go ahead and turn on your playlist. Grab a drink of water. And once you've done those 2 things, we're going to take the feet wide, bring the seat down to the mat, and take a squat onto the block. So you might be here. Perhaps you're here. Perhaps you need to pause the video and go grab more books. So give yourself support for wherever you're at. And you can draw the elbows inside the knees. Here in the supported squat, see if you can bring your feet fully onto the mat. So if you have to walk the feet wider, and then as you inhale, allowing the heart to open, pressing the arms into the thighs to open up the inner groin. And start to notice where your sits bones are on the block. Finding here the energy of Svadhishthana. So each chakra corresponds to an element. So tonight we're working with the water element and this idea of creating fluidity in the body through movement, releasing of tension, and generally making space. And the energy of Svadhishthana, of the sacral chakra, is just there behind your pubic bone, between the pubic bone and the sacrum. So here as we are in this supported malasana, just settle into this energy. Svadhisthana is a place that holds creativity and what we put out into the world. And the element of water helps us do that with fluidity, with ease. Go ahead and take 3 to 5 more breaths here. Connecting with that creative energy, that energy that wants to flow out of you and put things into the world. And as you finish this last breath here in this supported malasana, go ahead and release the arms. We're just going to stay on the block and come into a comfortable seat. So a comfortable seat might mean different things for different people. If you're more comfortable not on the block, go ahead and remove it. Otherwise, walk yourself forward on the block so that the pelvis tilts towards the feet, and then you can just stack one ankle in front of the other. Once here in this comfortable seat, just draw yourself back a little bit forward. And we'll take some seated cat and cow. So take a full breath in. And as you exhale, press the belly button towards the spine, rounding the back, looking down at the feet. Keep exhaling, let out all the stale air. And then inhale, draw the heart forward, perhaps opening through the heart and then throat to look at the ceiling, and then exhale back into your seated cat. Take a few more on your own here. And then as you find neutral, you might find that it's nice to rock a little forward and rock a little back, and that you can find a comfortable seat where the bones just stack, where it's very effortless. So water can pick up vibration. So we're going to work tonight with Bhramari breath, which is the bee's humming breath. Now, to do this pranayama, we bring the tongue, the tip of the tongue, to the back of the teeth where the palate and the teeth meet. And on the exhale, we simply hum out a buzz, an M sound, the hum of M. So go ahead and bring your hands underneath your clavicles. You can have the hands crossed at the collarbones, or you can have them open. Take whichever is more comfortable for you. Okay, so whatever is quite comfortable, just relax the hands there, and then we'll start the pranayama. We're just going to take 3 nice long Bhramari breaths here. So go ahead and exhale all the stale air. And then inhaling in through the nose and humming out on the exhale. Noticing the vibration that's created underneath your hands. Noticing that resonance is traveling through the water within you. We'll take 2 more rounds with your own breath. Make sure you take a recovery breath in between. First, exhaling all the stale air. Inhaling in through the nose. Keeping your attention and your awareness on that place in the center of the brain, allowing the breath, the buzz, to travel up through the third eye as you complete this last Brahmari breath. And just allow yourself a few breaths to notice any sensations, textures, pulsing. And on your next inhale, release the hands all the way up, take a full body stretch. Bring the right hand onto the mat and go ahead and move over to the right. Opening up through the rib cage. On the exhale, reaching a little bit further. Pressing in with the right hand so you don't collapse in the pose. Take another full breath in, and on your next exhale, just go ahead and look down at the hand. Opening up to the lats, to the side body, and also the neck. Go ahead and take another full breath in, and a full breath out. Coming up on the inhale, both hands up, and then reaching over to the other side. So left hand on the mat, right arm just gently reaching over. And then pressing into that left arm. Go ahead and look down at the hand and the leg. More full breath in, a full breath out. And then draw yourself all the way back up to seated. We're going to use this Brahmari breath in some of our poses this evening. So on your back, you'll be coming into the same hand position throughout the practice. Go ahead and roll off your block or your books, but keep them handy. We're going to come into a Svadhishthana, and we're going to bring the block underneath the sacrum. Now this can be a little intense, so start in your reclined bridge prep pose. Have your block handy. Press into the feet, lift the pelvis, and place the block or the books with the towel over them underneath the sacrum. Take a moment here and just make sure that you're comfortable. If it feels like you have a big curve in the lower back, just go ahead and move the block down. If it feels like it's going into your spine, move the block down. If you don't feel grounded here, you probably need to move the block up. We'll bring the arms just 45 degrees from the body. And then you can stay here, or you can go ahead and extend one leg out and then the other. Settling in here. Now, if at any time, we're going to be in this position for a little while, so if at any time it feels uncomfortable, just go ahead and bend your knees back up into your bridge prep pose. Otherwise, you can just start settling in here. And once again, we're tuning into that energy of Svadhishthana, which is just there between the sacrum, where the block is, and the pubic bone. So you just can bring your attention there for a few breaths. And then once again, from where you're at, lying in Savasana or bridge prep, bring your hands back to that area around the throat. Gently on the clavicles. And just go ahead and you're going to take 3 rounds of that Bhavari humming bees breath here. On your own, making sure that you take an inhalation between rounds. Making sure on your Bhamari breath that you're keeping the tip of the tongue just gently at the back of the teeth where the palate and the teeth meet. And gently directing that energy up towards the third eye in the center of the brain. Once you've completed 3 rounds of your humming bees breath, just go ahead and draw the hands back out alongside the body and release to the pose. Water is very much affected by gravity. We see this when it rains, that water pools and collects at the lowest points. So just allow the water in your body to find the supportive earth underneath you. Remember, at any time, if it starts to be uncomfortable, just bend your knees, coming back into your bridge prep. See if you can find 5 to 7 more breaths here. On your next exhalation, go ahead and bend the knees back into your bridge prep. Allow the body to settle here. And then press into the feet, lift the pelvis, remove the block, roll back down into your regular bridge prep. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side, and we're just going to give ourselves a little massage around that sacroiliac joint by taking both knees in the palms and making a big circle away from the body. So the knees are going the same direction, and as you do this, where you feel this little circle being drawn on the mat, that's the joint where the sacrum tucks into the pelvis. The next time the knees are towards the chest, just pause there and change directions. And then find center, squeeze the knees towards the chest, and then place the feet back on the floor. We're going to take some breath with moving the pelvis. So we're going to breathe here, take a full breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the belly button towards the spine and flatten the back onto the mat. So you're taking a bridge breath with just a small pelvic tilt. It's a very small movement. Most of you, if you've taken a class with me, have probably done this, but if you're new, you're just gonna take the exhalation, draw the belly button towards the spine, flatten the back onto the mat, and then tilt the pelvis towards the face. As you inhale, the pelvis tilts towards the feet, and you get this natural curve in the back. So you're just continuing on with your own breath, exhaling, flattening the back onto the mat, inhaling, having this natural curve in the back. Working with your own breath. See if you can find 5 to 7 more rounds here. So you're creating a little pump here with the sacrum to push the fluid, the cranial sacral fluid, between the sacrum and travels up the spine, around the brain. Back down through the back. Go ahead and take one more round here. Really working to exhale the air completely. And then we'll release the technique, noticing what's going on in the body, noticing any pulses, sensations, textures. And then bend the elbows, bring the hands back to that area around the throat at the clavicles, and you'll take 3 rounds of that humming bees breath here. With your own breath, first exhale all the stale air, and then take a full, big, fresh breath in. Tongue to the back of the teeth, exhaling, buzzing it out. Okay, 3 full rounds on your own, directing that sound to the center of the brain, the area between the eyebrows, but in the middle of the brain. Once you finish your 3 rounds, just release the technique, notice what's going on in the body. And then we'll take expel the wind pose. Go ahead and extend your left leg long. Draw the right knee towards you. On each exhalation, drawing the knee towards the armpit, giving the organs a massage. Staying connected with that Svadhishthana sacral chakra, where the sacrum is touching the mat. Go ahead and find 3 more breaths here. With each exhalation, drawing the knee closer to the armpit. And then you can release the squeeze just a little bit. We're going to draw that right leg across the body over to the left side, coming into a twist. Now, if this is not quite available to bring the leg or the foot onto the mat, grab your block, your pillow, your bolster, and just place that under the leg. Once you arrive there, open the arms to either side. And just settling into this pose. We want to make sure that the shoulder, the right shoulder, isn't coming off the mat. So if the twist is just a little too much and you can't find support for the leg or the shoulder, come a little bit out of it. Place something else underneath your leg so your leg's a little higher so the shoulder, the right shoulder, can relax onto the mat. Letting gravity do all the work here. All you need to do is breathe in and breathe out. relaxing the body on the exhalation. The Svadhishthana chakra and the water element are also intertwined with this idea of sweetness. Enjoying the sweet things in life. So just allow yourself some sweetness here in this pose. And we can participate with space and gravity and these physical elements. The movement can take on a different quality. So see if for these last breaths in these pose, if you can just find the heaviness of gravity to allow the body to unwind. And on your next inhale, go ahead and roll back onto your back. Let the right leg stretch out long. Draw the left knee up towards you, and then just squeeze that leg towards you, bringing the left knee towards the left armpit. On each exhalation, drawing that knee in just a little bit more. Connecting with where the sacrum is touching the mat. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. And then get your bolster handy or your block so that you can just roll the left leg across the body, keeping the shoulders on the mat. So we want this left shoulder to stay nice and heavy and connected so it feels supported and can relax. Same thing with the legs. And just settling in here. On the exhales, you might find that it's nice to just gently allow the head to look towards the left. The natural behavior of water allows it to move in spirals and waves. So see here as you spiral around the central channel, if you can once again just allow gravity to take over. We can make space for this fluid inside of us to move freely. We can find more fluidity in the body. Finding 7 to 10 more breaths here in the twist. On an inhale, just allowing yourself to roll back onto the back. Squeeze the knees back towards the chest, rock a little side to side. And then we'll separate the legs, reach for the toes, the outside edges of the feet, or underneath the ankles, coming into happy baby here. And having a little play wherever you're at today. Rolling a little side to side. Perhaps if you have the hold on the toes with outside edges of the ankles, you can even feel how the water body moves as you extend one leg. Wants to roll you all the way over with gravity. So just have a little play here. And then see if you can make your way back to center. And notice if there's still natural movement in the body. Do you just settle in one place and find stillness, or is there a little movement? Either one is fine. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. And then we're going to release here from the happy baby pose. Draw the legs together. Squeeze the knees into the chest one more time and take those knee circles once again. Pausing, change directions. And then we're going to find center. Bring the fingertips to the back of the thighs and just roll out the back from the shoulders down to the tail. If you find a flat spot where you're skipping or it feels like a flat tire, see if you can stay there and round it. And then coming all the way up to seated. Take the feet wide. And depending on your flexibility, you might want one or all of your props here. We're going to come to dragonfly and fold forward. There's a couple of things here. You might like to have your knees slightly supported and slightly bent. It's going to help you tilt from the pelvis rather than rounding the back. It's also nice to have a bolster or something in front of you to fold into. So take your full breath in, get your legs situated. Allow the knees to be soft, either supported with something or just soft on the mat. And then we're going to start to walk the hands forward. So without rounding the back, just gently walk the fingertips forward. Tilting the pelvis, keeping the spine in one line. And then find your edge. Find where the end of your flexibility or mobility is, and then back off of the edge. And once you're there, then you can allow yourself to fold forward. Take whatever you need with your prop to feel supported here. On each exhale, perhaps you can release a little bit more deeply, finding that your edge is actually a growing edge. nose. Check in with yourself and see if there's any tension in the neck and shoulders by bringing the chin a little closer towards the chest and then releasing it. So you might find that you're actually holding somewhere in the neck and shoulders. Just draw the chin a little towards the chest and then allow it to release forward. And you can play with this as your mobility and flexibility open up. I need about 10 more breaths here. And as you do, just tuning into that Svadhishthana energy, noticing where your sits bones are touching the mat, noticing this opening of the groin, with the legs open and folding forward. And for these last few breaths, just really allowing gravity to take you any deeper. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. And then you can start walking the fingertips back, coming back up into a seated position. Go ahead and draw the knees in. And we'll windshield wiper out the legs. So remove the props. Take your hands behind you. And just let both knees fall to one side. And then fall to the other side. We're going to move through all the water creatures tonight. So we're going to come onto the belly for crocodile. But bring your towels with you. So you're going to want a couple of towels, at least one. We're going to put one towel underneath the iliac crest. So some of us are a little bit bony here. So as you come onto the belly, we'll start with the right leg. So you can place your towel underneath that bony crest of the hip on the right side. And then if you have another towel, you can bring that to the left knee. And we're going to open up here with the left knee 90 degrees from the body, left thigh jutting out, and then bringing the calf so it's also parallel to the body. Let the left foot be flexed, and let the hands come onto the mat, stack them up, and then just allow the forehead to release. Release all the tension from the neck. On your next exhale, see if you can just open up the left knee towards the left. Give yourself a little bit more space, and then settle into the pose. Breathing into the belly, noticing that little bit of resistance from the earth as you inhale into the belly, grounding to earth. As you're settling here into this crocodile, you can keep allowing your left knee to open towards the left as you find more space. Letting that left knee move away from the body. See if you can allow yourself 10 more breaths here. Playing with that movement in the leg to open up the inner groin on the left side. Go ahead and find one more full breath in and a full breath out. And then slide the left leg back to meet the right. Shake the hips a little side to side. And then go ahead and move your towel so you can have a towel underneath that bony part of the pelvis on the left side. The other towel will come under the right knee, or you don't need one under the right knee if it's not available. Find the pose here. So thigh bone is perpendicular to the body, shin bone parallel to the body, foot is flexed and then relaxed, so it's 90 degrees. And then as the hands stack up, relax into the pose. And on an exhalation, just play with this bit of space by bringing the right knee out towards the right. And as you relax into the pose, you might find you have even more space to move into. Breathing into the belly, noticing where the belly connects with the earth, feeling this compression as you inhale, and just allowing yourself to know that you're grounded here on earth. Finding about 10 more breaths here. Bringing the awareness back to that area of Svadhishthana. You really start to feel a big opening here. So just allowing that spaciousness to open. Allowing this energy to be bigger and grow larger. The energy body is both inside the physical body and outside of the physical body. So as we work with these movements, these asanas to create space, we also create more space for fluidity, both inside the body, but also to be in the flow and the lives that happen around us. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead and extend both legs onto the mat. Take the towels out for now and just rock your hips a little side to side. We'll walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, press up into a tabletop. And here, taking any movement that feels nice. So you might go back to those cat and cow movements we were doing when we first started and we're seated. Or you can take the hips in a big circle. And we're going to come into a frog pose next. So go ahead and take a few more hip circles or cat and cow. And then make your way back to center. Have your towels handy. Now, if you know you have a little bit of knee issues, you're going to want a towel under each knee. If that is not an issue for you, then you can just have one towel. And we're going to want to bring either one knee and one towel off the mat. Sorry, one knee on the mat and one knee on the towel off the mat. Or you can have both knees on towels off the mat. And what we'll do here is just come into our tabletop. So one knee's on, one knee's off. Frog feet are going to be out from the body, so the legs are very similar to how they were crocodile, except the knees are bent this time, so you're up on them. And then we're going to allow the legs to slide apart. So if you're doing this with a towel, I actually have a towel on my mat, so knees are flying both directions. But if your mat's quite sticky, the towel's going to move away from the mat, and then you're going to find pretty quickly your range, where your limit is. From here, you can bring the elbows onto the mat. Perhaps you can even bring your head all the way down to rest on the hands. I'll show you what this looks like from this side if you're not quite there yet. So you're bringing the knees out, feet start flexed and then relax. Hips are still in line with the knees, so you have this straight line. You don't want to lean forward or lean back. And then you're just going to relax into this pose. If this doesn't quite feel available, you're welcome to come back into Happy Baby, or you can use the bolster underneath your chest. And if you're feeling tension in the groin in this pose, just remember to direct your breath to that area of the body where you're feeling the tension. More than halfway through, so just see if you can stay with it. Directing your breath to any tension in the body. And see if you can find 3 to 5 more breaths here. To come out of the pose, you can either bend the knees a little more, bring the feet together, draw yourself up, or draw the knees together, press yourself back up. Make your way back into that tabletop, take some juicy movements, moving all that fluid around the joints, the synovial fluid through the joints. And then get your bolster or your bed pillow handy. Bring the toes together, knees wide. And we're going to press back into a child's pose. We're going to be in this child's pose for quite a while, so go ahead and get yourself quite comfortable. This is a wide knee child's pose. If that's not available, you might find it more comfortable to bring the knees together. Play around with it, see which feels more comfortable so that you can relax into it. The bolsters between the legs so that you can relax the chest onto the bolster and support the head and neck. Once you find the pose, activate the hands and the arms to press the tailbone back towards the feet. Find a little bit more spaciousness there, and then relax the hands and arms. If you'd like to play with opening the shoulders more, you can bend the elbows and interlace the hands in prayer behind the head, or just relax the hands onto the shoulders. With each exhalation, allowing the body to be affected by gravity and just relax into the pose. Staying aware and conscious by noticing the breath. I am inhaling. I am exhaling. Bringing your attention back to the area of Svadhishthana, of the sacral chakra. Svadhishthana is the area of creativity, as I mentioned earlier, and where we draw life energy for new things that we give birth to, either figuratively or actual birth. So as you bring your awareness to this area, you might consider what is something you want to create or bring into the world. Working with this water element to allow that to flow towards you, or allow you to flow towards it. We're going to bring that Brahmari breath back into the practice. If your hands aren't already near the neck, go ahead and bend the elbows and just gently place them on the back of the neck around the cervical spine. And then here, taking 3 Brahmari breaths, breathing all the way into the belly with your own breath, humming it out. Take 3 full rounds on your own, humming out on the exhalation, drawing the tongue towards the back of the teeth. Directing that hum to the center of the brain behind the brow line. And once you finish that last exhalation, just allow the hands to come in front of you, extend the arms, and take a few more breaths here. Noticing what you notice going on inside the body. Noticing temperatures, textures, vibrations, pulses. And then you can start to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Draw yourself all the way up. Take the bolster out. Coming back onto the bottom and just allowing the legs to windshield wiper over to one side. And then over to the other side. We're going to make our way into a starfish twist. So we'll come onto the belly. I'm going to show you first with the arms. You're going to bring the left arm in front of you and then place the right arm in front of it. So what that looks like on the mat, extending out. I'm not sure if you can still see me. Didn't think this one through. All right, so left arm's behind the right. On the belly. Take the feet wide. And then we're going to roll towards whatever arm is behind the other. So if you've placed the left arm behind the right, you're just going to roll onto the right, to the left shoulder and let the right arm come over you. Legs are wide. You want to keep those legs heavy and then allow this right arm to open up. Now, once again, if the right shoulder's not coming all the way to the mat, just grab your pillow or your bolster or your towel and give yourself something to relax into. We're going to be in this twist for another few minutes. So bring your attention back to the central channel. You're twisting around the central channel. This is the third of the twist, that we've done this evening. And here, just tuning up that energy from the root, from Svadhishthana, and allowing it to rise all the way up to that third eye. We've been activating that third eye with the Brahmari breath. See if you can find 5 to 7 more breaths here. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. And then you're going to go ahead and as you roll back onto the belly, you can weave that right arm behind the left. So elbows are lined up, legs stay wide, shake the hips out a little bit, find the center. And then we'll roll onto the right shoulder and let the left arm come up and across the body. Once again, supporting the shoulder or the arm with a bolster or pillow if it's not coming all the way down to the mat. And with each exhalation, just settling in to gravity. You'll be in the starfish twist. About another 10 breaths. Bringing your awareness back to that central channel. Letting that energy move up through the root, through the Svadhisthana, and up the central channel of energy. Feeling awareness in the third eye center. See if you can find just 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, Exhale yourself back onto the belly. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Shake the hips a little side to side. And then tuck the toes. Make your way back into tabletop, taking any juicy movement. A few cat and cow. And then cross the feet at the ankles, walk yourself back. We're gonna find our way to Savasana. Make sure you take your bolster with you to place under the knees. You might also like having your towel rolled up under the neck. We're going to take an extended Shavasana with a guided meditation. So you really want to be comfortable here. So as you make your way down, bring something under your knees, whether it's your towels folded up or your bolster, and then perhaps you want something rolled up underneath your neck, but make sure the crown or the back of the head is on the mat. So we don't want to lift the head so the chin is coming up. We want to just support the neck, the cervical spine, head is heavy and relaxed. And before we fall completely into Savasana, we're going to bring our awareness back to the throat, to this resonance of water. Taking 3 rounds of Brahmari breath here. So go ahead and just exhale, feel where the body touches the earth. And on your next 3 exhalations, bringing your attention back to that humming bee's breath, allowing the hum or the buzz you're creating to travel up to the 3rd eye. Go ahead and complete your last round of Brahmari breath. And then release the hands from where they are near the throat out to the side body. Now, if you're at home and you don't have someone else practicing next to you like you do in the studio, you might even bring the arms wide away from the body. So instead of 45 degrees, just bring them all the way out. So you're almost in a star here. With each exhalation, once again, allowing the water in your body to feel the effects of gravity. Feel a little bit heavier as you relax and release any tension that you're holding. And allow yourself to be guided by the sound of my voice. Repeating silently to yourself as I guide you through this relaxation. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, feeling where the body is touching the earth, touching the mat, supported. On your next exhalation, see if you can allow the body to even feel 10% heavier. Continuing to let go of any tension you're holding. And repeating silently to yourself, I relax my shoulders. I relax my elbows. I relax my wrists. I relax the base of my fingers. I relax the joints and tips of my fingers. My hands, my arms, and my shoulders are completely relaxed. I relax my right rib cage. I relax my left rib cage. My ribs, my heart, and my chest are relaxed. I relax my belly. I relax my pelvis and my sacrum. My belly, my pelvis, my sacrum are relaxed. I relax my hip joints. I relax my knees. I relax my ankles. I relax the base of the toes, the tips of the toes. My feet, my legs, and my hips are completely relaxed. I relax my neck. I relax my jaw. I relax my face. My neck, my jaw, my face are relaxed. I relax my mind. The mind is relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. In this relaxation, allow your eyes to be heavy, and for that screen of imagination, that Chitta Kasha, to open up in front of the third eye. And see if you can draw your memory back to a time when you were swimming in the sea. And perhaps if you cannot recall a time you were swimming in the sea, any time you remember swimming or being in an open, natural body of water. And allow memory to recall any sensations of temperature texture. And imagine yourself now in that sea, relaxing in this float. Just floating on your back, supported and buoyant in the sea. Noticing how the water supports you to float. Just sensing that sea supporting you, any movement in the sea, flowing through. And as you're here floating, notice that you are unaware of where your body stops and the sea begins. As if there is no membrane of skin between you and the sea. The sensation of floating and being equally held at every point. Just relaxing into that sensation of oneness with the water. And allowing the sensation of floating and being held in the sea. Begin to become aware again of your breath. Breathing into this physical body. And as you breathe into this physical body, allowing that awareness of expansion to come with you back into this world of dry land. Bringing that sensation of support, of expansion, of letting go and release with you as you continue to breathe in a little deeper with each inhalation. Noticing even now in this total relaxation that you can be unaware of where your skin and the space around you meet. You can bring this sensation of oneness, of expansion with you as you continue to inhale each breath in a little more deeply. Eventually breathing in down to the fingers and the toes. Begin giving this physical body a little movement. Waking up from this practice with consciousness so that you can bring it with you, knowing that you can return here anytime. And if you're at home where you're at, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. If you need to emerge, then on your next inhalation, go ahead and inhale the hands up overhead. Take a full body stretch. And then roll yourself onto one side or the other, using the arm as a pillow. And gently press yourself up to find a comfortable seat. You can keep the eyes heavy, closed. Carrying this oneness, this expansive feeling with you. On an inhalation, let the hands float up overhead. On the exhalation, drawing them back to heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum. Recognizing we are all made of the same elements. Namaste.